Greetings and salutations, friends in Southbridge. This is Max Gullickson, and I'm here in our beautiful studio in the beautiful town hall at 41 Elm Street once again, talking to you, my friends, all the way down there on Torrey Road and Gulfwood Road and Cross Street and everywhere else here in town. And as you can tell, it's the week before the Patriots. And today I have with me a special guest. I have our town clerk, Maddie Bonadies. Hi, Maddie.
Hi, Max. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, thank you.
I know you're a Patriots fan.
Very true. That is true.
Yeah, forever. Yeah.
Yes.
Teddy Bruschi, right?
Teddy Bruschi's my man.
They're not going to lose this weekend, are they?
They are not going to lose this weekend, are they?
No, I don't think so.
No, never.
No. Maddie, the reason I brought you on, even though we both love the Patriots, but even though it's winter right now, we have an event coming up in June, which is our annual town election, which you and your very competent crew ride herd over down there in the clerk's office every year. And once again, this year is no different.
That's correct.
But, Maddie, it's a little different. I'm looking at the list of offices, and it seems like you've got a few extra. You've got, for instance, to start things off now, you've got the town council. You've got, instead of the normal 3, normally you have 3?
That's correct.
For how long? What's the term?
3 years.
You got 3 for 3 years,
Yes.
and there's a 9 total, so that kind of staggers it?
That's correct, yes.
This year you've got 5 openings.
We do, because we've had 2 resignations this year. We've had Councilor Eau Claire resigned, and she still had 2 years left on her term. And also Councilor Morales resigned just recently, which leaves a 1-year seat. So we have 5 going to be on the ballot for the councilors.
Okay, so you got 3 of the regular 3.
Yes.
You've got 1 for a 2-year term.
That's correct.
And 1 for a 1-year term.
Yes.
Now, if a person, and you got to be a resident to do that.
Correct. You have to be a registered voter in the town of Southbridge in order to pull nomination papers.
Can you run for like a 3 and a 2?
No.
You have to choose.
You do have to choose because your name can't be on the ballot twice. You could pull papers out for a 3 and a 2 and decide, but you can only bring back 1 because you wouldn't be able to win twice.
I see, you're right. You would only be able to fill 1 seat.
Correct.
What does it mean to pull papers, Maddie?
Okay, so papers are now ready. It's nomination papers. You need 39 signatures, so when you come in and you wish to run for office, you just come to our office. We will fill out the nomination papers for you, and you have to bring them back by Tuesday, April 23rd at 5 o'clock. And as long as you have enough signatures, you're on the ballot.
So the people that are out in front of Big Bunny asking for signatures, they're running for something.
That's correct.
Or if they're petitioning for a question on a ballot.
That's right.
All right, so now's the time to come, and it seems like it almost creates more options for some people, right? Some people who maybe don't want to do it.
If they don't want a huge commitment of 3 years, they want to try it, they want to get their feet wet, or they already already know what they're doing, then they just don't have the commitment to, for 3 years, they can do a 1 year or a 2 year. That's correct.
That's kind of a big job, the town council.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot of work.
A lot of work.
People devoted to the community.
That's correct. But don't be afraid to run.
No. I mean, it's an important job.
That's right, because everybody has a learning curve, and they could do it.
Sure. So you're going to have 5 new seats.
5 new seats.
Now, that's not the only thing that's on the ballot this time. You also have a board of assessors. You have 1 opening there.
That's correct, yes.
How big is that board?
That board is a board of 3, 2 elected and 1 appointed by the state, which would be Will Canoyer, who is the assessor of the town of Southbridge, and then 2 elected members.
What does a board of assessor member do, Maddie?
I believe that they check all the taxers and make sure everything's okay with all that and the tax rate, and they may have to sign off on certain things. I'm not exactly
because
quite sure.
Each property is assessed a value in town.
That's correct.
Assessor.
Yes.
Oh, I see. And they oversee that too.
Yes.
It seems like so many functions in town hall are overseen by a civilian board.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Yep, that's transparency.
There's transparency in government that way.
That's right, correct.
All right, so we got the town council, we got the board of assessors, and now also for our school committee, I see we have 2 openings, 3-year terms.
That's correct.
And so if they want to serve on the school committee and be more specific to that?
That's correct. So when you come in to pull your nomination papers, you have to just let us know which office that you're looking for.
depending on your interest.
That's correct.
In addition to those, we also have, looks like we have 2 openings on the Southern Worcester County Regional Vocational School Committee.
Better known as BayPath.
That's BayPath.
That's right.
2 seats for BayPath because we're one of the member towns.
Well, we usually only have one every 3, we usually miss 1 year on BayPath. But however, this year there's 2 on there because we did have a resignation. So that term was going to expire in 3 years, so there's actually a 2-year seat and a 3-year seat for BayPath.
I got you. So again, just like with the town council, if a person was interested, they would tell you which one they wanted to run for.
That's correct.
Because you only want to fill 1 seat.
That's
if you
right.
win. I got you. It makes perfect sense.
Yes.
There's some other ones too. So there's not just the town council and the school boards that are elected boards, but there's also the Southbridge Housing Authority has 1 5-year
Correct.
seat.
Yes, and then they also have, because we just received a resignation for there, we'll have 1 Southbridge Housing for 4 years.
You can have 2 for there too.
Correct.
Oh, lots of opportunity this time
Lots of
around.
opportunity.
What do
That's
they
correct.
do? A Southbridge Housing Authority. What kind of things are they involved in?
They meet down at the high rise, which is 60 Charlton Street, and I believe that they are in charge of 150 Main Street and 60 Charlton Street.
So they kind of oversee those 2 public housing.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
And they have a board too. Wow.
They do.
Yeah, indeed. Now, the Southbridge Redevelopment Authority, you've got 3? 1 for 5, 1 for 1, and 1 for 3 years?
That's correct.
How'd that happen?
We had, well, one of them for 5 is the normal person that's up because that's a 5-year term, which is longer than most terms.
It is.
And then we had also 2 resignations. So we had one for, that the term would be expiring in 2020, so there's a 1-year opening, and then there's also one for a 3-year because we had a resignation as well.
How many people are on that board, Maddie?
There's 5.
5 altogether?
Yes.
It seems like, I mean, 5 out of 9 councilors is a new majority. 3 out of 5 on the redevelopment authority is a whole new majority.
Yep. So
Wow,
it's going to be a
chance.
whole new, whole new teams.
If you're going to run and you wanted to make a splash, this might be the time to do it.
Absolutely. So come on in anytime during business hours, and you have until April 23rd, 2019 to...
If they have an inkling of an interest, if they're a registered voter here in Southbridge, and they know where the town clerk's office is.
And if you don't, just call. We'll give you directions.
We'll ask anybody in town where Maddie's office, and they'll be able to tell you.
That's right.
Well, that's wonderful. So, folks out there, if you're interested in getting involved in government, and you heard it right here from our town clerk, now's never been a better opportunity to get on down there and pull papers and run for something. Maddie, when's the election?
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Max. The election is Tuesday, June 11th.
June 11th.
That's correct.
Second Tuesday of the month?
Second Tuesday of the month.
That always is? It used to be at the end of the month, though, right?
It used to be that we moved it because we found that there was a lack of interest, or people were just in summer mode at the end of the June, and it ran into 4th of July week sometime, so we just moved it up a little.
They went to Florida and they weren't available to vote.
That's right.
So you brought them back to the beginning of June with the interest of more participation.
Yes, that's
wonderful.
Yes.
Is there any way that, I don't know, Tom Brady could run for town council?
If Tom Brady ran for town council, wouldn't that be wonderful? Do you think he would win?
I think so, but there's no restriction.
No,
he doesn't live here, though.
No, he does not. But he's going to win on Sunday.
Yeah, that's just true, too, Maddie.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to know.
That's right.
I'd rather have him be a quarterback than I mean, not that he'd be a bad counselor.
That's right.
But we know
But
he's a good
the
quarterback.
GOAT.
Yeah, he is.
So would he be the GOAT counselor? We don't know that.
That's it. Maddie, thanks for coming on and explaining a little more about this election. It just seemed like we had a lot of folks this time.
We do.
And now I know why. We have some openings from resignations and people that moved on and so forth.
That's correct, yes.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Thank you for having me as well. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, it's great to have you here. Thanks for bringing your Patriot gnome.
That's right.
And your Patriot, whatever that thing is.
Yeah, that's right. Ornament-ish.
Yeah, ornament-ish for the Patriot. There you go, folks. We have Maddie here. We have news about the town election, and I'm sure that Maddie and her staff are encouraging any interested party and to come on down and talk to her, and she can explain it even more. And you can pull papers and have them back by April 23rd?
23rd, yes.
23rd for the election on the 12th?
11th?
On the 11th?
Yes.
And you, too, can serve the town that you love by running for office. Folks, thanks for watching Southbridge Community Television. I'm your host, Max Gullickson, and we will be back again to talk to you again a little further down the road about things that you might find interesting right here in Southbridge. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Maddie.
Thanks, Max. That was fun.
Yeah.
We did well, huh?
Yeah.
Do we really kill 10 minutes?
Oh, easily, right?
Oh, really?
Bye.